again, I am here. I would like to present the problems of transfer of technology, especially for small and marginal farmers, irrigation technology. My qualification is that I worked almost 50 years in the farmers field a lot. I know the problems of the farmers actually. So when I thought the idea is to transfer technology, I should say a few words. It is possible for us to transfer technology for a long period of time, some technology, but short period of time, for the farmers, the problem we face, and perhaps how to make a start of a transfer of technology, the sophisticated technology available. Now, this is the facts about the small and the marginal farmers. You can see the crop area, as I said yesterday, 47% of the Indian agricultural crop area belong to small stakeholders. And they account for about 47% of the food production in the country. So they are not by no means a small group. And you can see the problem is the fragmented holding. We discovered many times, a lot of speakers have talked about a small holding, difficult levers, etc., etc. So these are the current problem. And lastly, they don't get technology transfer because they don't have it, or nil, or very, very limited technology transfer happening to them only. And now reason could be unawareness, and reluctant to change. When you do your old style farming and practices, it's difficult to fathom the advantage of getting new technology. And they are nowhere in a position to do it unless people are supporting them, educating them, etc., etc. And therefore, also they have very high debts. They are in the hands of money lenders actually. If you travel many parts of Punjab and Haryana, the money lenders, we squeeze the farmers 30%, 40% interest rate, etc., etc. It's very hardening. You remember the story, the cinema called Mother India, how the farmer was crushed, the whole family was crushed by the money lender. It is still a fact. Rural indebtedness is a fact. It is a evilish fact. It will never go that easily. In spite of the government of India talking, we will do that, yojana, this yojana, money transferred to the farmers directly, etc., etc. A long way to go to remove the problem of the lack of funds with the small and the marginal farmers. Now, what are the threats? Climate change, is a big threat all over the globe actually, not only for India. So very, very important problem is that monocropping, coming down, the unpredictability. When the rain will come, when the rain will not come, is very difficult. So it's difficult for the farmers to practice agronomic practice in a normal way. They are uncertain when the seeding, there is a seedling to be raised, when it can be transplanted, when to irrigate, they have no idea. And also large-scale extraction of groundwater. Yesterday it came very strongly. A lot of water is being drawn from the underground for use of usage, and therefore the water table is progressively coming down. It's a fact in Punjab and Haryana, and even Telangana and many other places, very, very important, let's say, concern. And monocropping. Monocropping would mean basically we're talking about rice actually, rice after rice, or rice after one wheat, again rice, etc. Monocropping also results in what we call soil nutrition depletion. And therefore what is needed is a diversification of crops from rice to maize and cotton and pulses, etc., etc. And rice is a water guzzler crop actually, and which interfere with the conservation effects. And of course, there is huge amount of epidemic pests coming up because of climate change, different temperature, different precipitation. The insects also behaving, so misbehaving. So a lot of emergence of the pests are seen last few years. Now, water conservation issues. Soil health is very poor. I told yesterday there is no soil at all. So therefore, it is, if you put the water, it goes down immediately and not to be seen in the soil much. So the soil health is very poor. Soil erosion is a known fact. Heavy, you can see the gorges, the long the earth is divided into this part and that part, etc. And therefore, that is a problem. Nutrition and groundwater depletion. The soil has not much of NPK, etc. You will see it in the next slide. And therefore, it is again a problem. And unpredictability of the rains. In Kerala, the famous southwest monsoon, July to September last year, 2023, was totally missing. Many rivers have no water. In Bihar and all that, perhaps they're giving, like petrol, selling, they're selling one bottle of water at 2 rupees or 5 rupees, something like that, you know. So water is so much of scarcity, the rain doesn't support, the precipitation, we cannot predict it actually. So these are some of the facts coming to water management, which has been very eloquently discussed yesterday and also today, I'm sure. Now coming to the soil health, I said this is a sample survey on the soil health card scheme of Government of India. 6 crore samples have been drawn for the farmers. In that, 90% of the sample survey shows deficiency in nitrogen, 85% carbon deficiency, phosphorus 83%, potassium 71%, and of course the micronutrients like boron, zinc, iron, sulfur, etc. are also in deficit. Obviously, the soil health is very, very poor. This is an example that we have to be concerned about it. Without soil, there is no agriculture. That you know very well. So, what is it today? We are talking about the so-called the new technology, which will use, which is useful to the farmers. And some 10 years ago, smartphone was not available. Today, everybody has a smartphone. Even amazingly, even a poor farmer also has a smartphone because his child is going to the government school, education is free now, but child needs a phone and the smartphone is available. The amount of smartphone available in the farmers is enormous. So it is a very good way to communicate with messages via smartphone. WhatsApp also is awareness campaigns are being done by many of the companies on new technology. This is another medium which we can convey the technological advancement to the farmers. Social media is also quite active these days. If you look at Google, today morning I looked at Google, what Mr. Kaudinya, my friend, spoke yesterday in Delhi on direct seeded rice importance. A gathering of 200 people, it came in the today morning paper in Google. I showed him his own speech, etc., photographs. So this is the speed at which it can be done. The problem in India, ideas are fantastic, implementation is very poor. This you must realize it. We can talk, but not able to implement properly. An example, in a meeting in Government of India, Chemical Ministry, the Secretary to Chemicals asked the audience, I was sitting there, so in China things are happening very quick, why not India? I said, sir, you want a political answer, you want an honest answer, please give an honest answer. In China, a decision is made, implemented very quickly. We make a decision similar and we don't implement. Years and years of litigation, years and years of talking to each other, shouting at each other. So we are very poor implementers. And I hope the new technology will not face that problem of poor implementation. Look at continuing further, because of the SMS, the smartphone, we can have SMS blast. You can reach so many people with one blasting of messages actually. Also, well organized. If you organize a field day, it can be well advertised actually. Also, the last thing is video shooting of a field days, showing the efficacy of the technology transfer, etc., can be seen by a lot of people. Now, you can see the irrigation companies. I am sure there are also one or two irrigation designers also sitting here. I just saw him. Like that, the irrigation companies originally was only 3-4 people, Netafim, Jain Irrigation, etc. There are plenty of Indian companies coming up. It is also an opportunity for helping the people and also a business proposition. So the technology is available with those companies. And this is, of course, you all know, I am not a technologist actually, I am an extension man. I am only quoting this situation, precision engineering, remote sensing, satellite technology, artificial intelligence, all you can read and you have repeated. I am saying that it is possible to transfer the technology to small and marginal farmers with the innovative idea of conveying the message. Therefore, that is important, how do you convey the message? Now, basically in agriculture, I'm 60-year-old, passed out of agriculture college. From that day till today, I think seeing is believing. Farmer will see, then only he will believe. If nobody talk about him on new technology, he will have turned a blind ear. So seeing is believing. And to do that seeing is believing, what we need is small plot demos. In what irrigation technology transfer, tech qualified people will should transfer. Not Tom, Dick and Harry transferring. A village level worker or agricultural extension officer is ill-equipped to transfer sophisticated the irrigation technologies. So we have to find demos by qualified people, supervise very well. And you have to select a crop, where you want to grow, where you want to demonstrate, and the area. I don't think that we need to look for horticultural crops, because even if small marginal farmer, 2 acre is not a bad area. They have sufficient funds, I think, reasonably sufficient funds. But you must select which area you want to do, which crop you want to do. The area should be somewhere responsive area where people will adopt it, etc., etc. And of course, first promote a small scale of affordable irrigation. High tech will be too early to transfer to the marginal and small farmers. So therefore, technology has to be modified to give it in affordable form to the farmer. And also conduct awareness campaign. A lot of campaigns are necessary for efficacy to improve the information to be given. And also say the one the benefit they get out of it. They increase the yield they get, the income will go up, etc. And also collaborate with agricultural universities. In Coimbatore we sit, and very close with agricultural University of Tamil Nadu. Very well, very active university. Collaborate with them. Selection of plot is easy. Little bit of help also come from them for the technology transfer, etc. So similarly, other universities, other provinces also can be, good universities can be used as a collaborator for this technology transfer to small and marginal farmers. Now, irrigation technical companies, example, they can mobilize technical experts, the irrigation companies. They can transfer technology via demonstration, I told you. Also involve the agrochemical and fertilizer seed industry. Agro input industry has more than 100,000, 150,000 people in the field. We have to harness them into this project actually. In the long run, not immediately, in the long run. And they will have a lot of help can be given on technology transfer. A lot of startup companies are coming last 3-4 years I've seen, and it is going up and up only now. Every university, business school or whatever it is, had an incubator section, incubated entrepreneurs, incubate starters. I saw an IIM Ahmedabad about 15 years ago, but most universities have incubation cell actually. So startup companies are doing well and doing very well. This should be one of the wonderful organization, such companies to transfer technology. And of course, we are not expert in everything. That's why the French, the collaboration is sought. So foreign collaboration most welcome, and that will get us additional support. Not only the funding part of it, we also technology transfer to India if possible. So that is also an important area we should concentrate. And I would say that when you want to select where you want to demonstrate, and this is some analysis I got recently. I must admit, after 60 years of working in agriculture, last 10 years I am not relevant. I will not keep up with the progress in technology. But still, I found out that there are what we call innovators as well as early adopters of any concept. Nothing to do with irrigation technology alone. Any concept adoption, these two people are very important. Innovators and adopters. How we identify them. This shows that out of 4 criteria, they should meet at least 3 criteria. Then they are innovators or early adopters for transfer of technology. The first is average land holding is higher than the average in that area. Either 2 hectares, you must have 2.5 or 3 hectares. Other one is they should have a different income source besides agriculture, so that he can also experiment a little bit there. Average yield should be higher than the average of farmers. And last one is spending per acre average for crop is more than the territory average. If you find some farmer meeting 3 of the criteria, they can be identified as innovators and early adopters. There are type of people who we will find in the village. Innovators, early adopters, innovators and new technology adopters. Early people, they will wait for the semen to happen, then the early majority, late majority, and laggards. But it will be explained next slide reasonably well, because innovators are the people who will ask, what is new? I have seen many times people ask, what is new? So that has to be, these are people to start with actually. The second one is that once they see the early adopters see a demonstration, they will be happy to take it. Between the two, 15% of the farmers will be able to track it actually. Early majority, we see very clearly and many number of times, they will adopt about 34% of the people. Between these three sections, 50% of farmers can be adopted. Yeah. And then late majority, of course, it will take a long time to do it, and the laggards they normally do not accept anything new. Now, how to set up? Demo platforms are necessary, field days are necessary, and then the showcase late maturity laggards. If they see convincingly over a period of time, they might even adopt it. Government support is important. There are schemes available. We had a small farmers development agency scheme before. Like that, you should have some scheme coming from government now. Get agri input industry like ours interested fully, and solicit, of course, foreign collaboration. These are some of the things I would talk, and thank you very much for listening.
Long live India and France friendship.